What's going on, y'all? We are back here on the Trip Over Radio Show. Your boy Will B. K.
And I'm Hardy Brooklyn.
And yes, and we are here still at Street Media. Ooh, hopefully you tuned in earlier and you get to hear some of the unusual, trippy things that we spoke of earlier from, your man Donald Trump and him blowing out a nostril of Adderall or cocaine, and Joe Budden's, beating up his dog as per Santana said. We also talked about few other things.
We talked about all the people that you want to cuddle with and kiss, but not fuck the shit out of.
Yeah, we did all that and whatnot. You have to be one jerknal also during this time. Be able to jerk off with either hand. That's a true skill. You can't even masturbate the same way anymore. You have to start playing games with your hands and
masturbating to, like, I don't know.
You might have to. If you pay attention, you might get attracted to country singers or people that do that river dance shit. Like, wow.
Maybe get a fleshlight for the dog.
You might have to. I'm saying but you must admit that you do have to, even in your deviant sexual mind, you have to still find new ways to keep it busy and active. You have to think of new things to get excited about, or at least get curious about, if you're going to be a deviant.
Well, we're deviant. If you want to be like having fun.
You like
deviantness in here. This is like party time.
Like some people might I'm sure there's some woman, some fine ass woman, with the lack of sex, she might see a bum on the street and like, wow, really start looking at him like, wow, he's laying down there in all that squalor on the ground, all his bags. I wonder, can he fuck?
Can he fuck me?
Yeah,
bring him home, give him a half a shower.
Or maybe they might like the smell of
that is definitely a fetish.
Like smells like that, or could be, I don't know. You live in that world more so than I do.
Yeah, there's definitely a fetish for homeless. People like all kinds of crazy smells, just not at my parties.
People
only weed.
Only weed. All the lies in the show is not really protected by the Triple Radio Show. So, yeah, but I used to,
We also talked about the 11 types of sexuality.
We tried to figure out most of them and stuff like that, but I didn't realize there was that many types. Do you think there are more out there, more different types?
I think people just need to put things themselves in a category to feel good, because they can't just be. And yeah, people have all kinds of crazy preferences, but if you look at them, they're all just making excuses for crossing the line or doing a justification. Like, come on, man. Let's just be and go fuck who we want to fuck and play with who we want to play with.
Yeah, but I think that's in an ideal world. But I think that signs and labels do kind of give us a blueprint. Not so much a blueprint, but a cliff note. It's a cliff note. It does kind of gives us an idea of where we should be, what's our lane, who we belong with, who's our people, who we should be around.
And there are people that need that.
Well, I'm saying, you never felt that way. You never felt like you're a man of the world now. You know where you belong, but didn't at one point you had to, you wondering which way is the way to go and who would accept you for, everyone just didn't say Hardy.
I was pretty much an outcast from the beginning. I've been a freak since I've been fucking 3 years old, as far as I remember.
Oh gosh, I didn't know they come in that variety of age at 3. Well, then they could, I guess. But anyway, we're gonna come back to some other things. But one of the things that I know we wanted to touch on is about being mindful. And not just mindful in terms of just your regular social life, that's thoughtful, that's mindful, you're aware of what you're doing, and you're being careful of stuff. Like if your wife is pregnant and she's one of those people that don't fuck with me when I'm on the brag or whatever, you're mindful not to really be in her her business, be in her space.
We're talking about using the mindfulness to like clear your mind,
Yeah,
so that you can open your mind to new and fun possibilities.
yeah, and then you can also and use it from a sexual aspect, and then you can bring it over to your regular life. As per, you can also read this article in Kinkley. Can mindfulness improve?
And I think it does, because one of the things that mindfulness does, it stops the race to the orgasm.
Yeah, it definitely does that. Now,
And then it makes the orgasm so much more intense.
okay. And for some of you people not sure in the reference of sexuality, or in not sexuality, but in the world of sexual practice, mindfulness means is the practice of being present and aware. And it's a way to cultivate a beginner's mind. And cultivating a beginner's mind is a great way to improve your sex life.
And it's the awareness of something, not nothing.
And right, absolutely, absolutely. So I mean, so when we talk mindfulness, what are some things that it kind of brings out when you're mindful of, when you're having sex? Is there anything you could be mindful
Well,
of?
one of the things that brings you into the present moment. So, like, a lot of triggers can be eliminated. You can kind of learn to put your triggers on the back door by using some mindfulness meditation with your partner or during sex.
Well, what are some what do you, when we say mindful meditation? Like what do you know
So
any?
you're basically becoming mindful to your partner's breath, to your partner's rhythm, to your partner's being.
Okay. No, so it's just their movements, their patterns, it's almost like a dance, like people that are good reggae dancers that really whine, or if you do salsa, and you're doing all that twisting and spinning or grinding, whatever, and you're in sync with them. That's being mindful of what they're getting ready to do. The anticipation of knowing exactly how they're going to move the next step, or
Well, it's not even that. It's when you do something to them also. The reaction that comes from that. And that might be different it might not be the same every single time.
also, one of the things that it also helps does is it shuts down the autopilot, and it comes according to the article. When it comes down to sex, being on autopilot means being disconnected. And the thing about it is, I think it's just predictable when everything's on autopilot. When you're having sex, then everything it's almost like you're taking it for granted because you're already so familiar with somebody, and I think that when you are like that, then you kind of lose the connection that you once had. If it's just something that you just letting stuff happen, like if you just laying, like for example, you could just laying there with your hands in back and just letting them do all the work, or someone laying there and you're pounding away on top of them and doing all the work. That's like an autopilot when someone is just there and just receiving it. And I think, and that would be autopilot, unless you see it differently.
Or autopilot is you're doing the same things over and over again. You're going
Yeah.
through the same rhythms. You're going through the same motions. Like whether it's like every time you start out with one person on top, and then you switch and you go from behind. If you're doing those same patterns, what mindfulness does, it allows you to get new fantasies, and it allows you to think about possibly playing with new toys and possibly touching your partner in a different way in different places.
And because what they want you to do is they actually want you to kind of think like a child, so to speak, or think like a virgin, so to speak, where everything you want to explore, you want to try something different, you wonder what that's like, you might just have a finger on them and you just stick your finger in their butt, something that you wouldn't do, and it might get you slapped, but at least it's something different, something that's curious, so that's why we're talking about the autopilot, change that autopilot, when you got control. And then it's, so it's getting a little rocky, but at least you know that at least you're in control of it. It also, like you said, it stops the orgasm race, so you don't have to just already know. Just get a couple of moments right there. Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't go. Okay, so you don't want to do all that.
Sex should not be about the orgasm. It should be about a better orgasm.
Now, it depends on the person. Some people. What about the people who don't orgasm? What about them? I mean, because the thing about it, it's not always the better orgasm. Because for some people who are in tune with their bodies and can come at will, then yeah, you want something better. But what about, but how do you address the people that don't even orgasm at all?
I think it's creating a better experience. It's creating that whole same expectation where you're getting the same sensations through your whole body instead of just the orgasm. So even if you don't orgasm, if you're going through mindful sex, you're going to be more aware of your body and the pleasures because there's a lot of things that feel fucking amazing that don't make me come.
Oh my gosh, you talk so damn vulgar. What about, so that's why, like, foreplay is also could be looked at as a mindful way of intimacy
It
as
can be, and if
well.
you do mindful foreplay, that's amazing.
Like the stroking of their skin, the twirling of their hair, the nibbling, tickling, you know, you maybe do a little light toot.
But if
Oh,
those are things that you do on a regular basis in the same pattern, that's where the mindfulness comes in. It maybe switches that up, so you're doing it in a different order and you're adding different things to it.
like trying to get at your partner while they're sleeping, or
Only Ruby K does that.
or sticking your finger in their ear, or just sticking your tongue in their ear, or try to lick their nose, a little cute little, like, ew, stuff like that. You're gonna definitely change it up when you're being mindful and stuff like that. But it's definitely, you have to open up the possibilities, open up your curiosities, and try not to just stick to the same old, you know, hand job. That's what I think. But I try to be mindful, but at times, I just want you to hurry up and get up
And
and get out.
it really also helps take away a lot of the shit that you got during the day. All the baggage from work, all the baggage from being online at the supermarket, dealing with the assholes on the subway. It just takes all that away from you, and it puts you more in the present moment.
So now how are some of those things now that you take it away from sex? Now how can you apply some of those things as relates to as your everyday life in terms of whether you're traveling, whether it's your interaction with people, how can you? I guess when it comes to everyday people, is it mindfulness is just, I guess, is it just kind of just being respectful of people's space? Is it just a matter of wearing the mask? Is it like those are mindfulness things? But
It's different types of mindfulness. One is being more aware of yourself in the present situation, and one is just being mindful of the world around you. One is an interaction, and one is a being.
you know, is one mind? Would you consider mindfulness? Also, it's like, also you have to understand, you also could be your environment as well. Not you have to be. Mindfulness can also apply when it comes to just your neighborhood, your surroundings. Some certain people, for example, don't mind saying good morning. I'm not really a good morning person. I hate when people say good morning. Morning. Some people like to smile and say good morning. Not everybody likes doing that. I'm a friendly dude, but I don't like doing that shit.
That's just being that's being mindful of the things around you. That's not really mindfulness in the way of becoming more present. That's being aware and being courteous to the things around you and respecting other people's boundaries.
hmm You know, like, because we can take the mindfulness and we can take that into the unwritten laws of sex, rules of sex. There's a connection with being mindful, and being and unwritten laws of sex. Like, for example, looking at the list, like one of the unwritten laws of sex is that a man should announce when they're getting ready to come. For example, that's something that's being mindful.
Why? That's not being mindful. That's just a rule. That's just like a common courtesy, or that's common.
Well, then that would be considered being mindful. That would be considered being mindful. Some, it's fucked up. It's like, well, bam, because I mean I've been guilty of that. I've gotten so cheap to my body. I know how to not No, say not when I'm getting ready to come. I mean, you know, I've gotten
I
mindful.
mean, I don't do that.
I mean, you know, I don't. I'm like when you're younger, yeah. But now I'm like,
No, because a lot of times the coming is not the most important part or the best part.
you know, but they would, but women want to know. I was schooled to that. Women should never have to ask you, did you come?
But they don't have to tell you.
Um, yeah, they gotta tell me. Yeah. Sometimes you know, sometimes you just know, but you still want to know, but I think they
But
make a
that's
big
not in
deal
one of the
out.
rules, though.
But I'm just saying that maybe that's not all of them that was there. But that no, but that one is there. That one is there. But that women want you to tell them that you're
But the
about
rule
to
of that
come.
men want to know when the women comes too. Why is that rule not here? A lot of women you can't tell when they come.
Well, I mean, they ain't got it like that. But you should. You certainly should. You know what is another uncommon rule that we can associate with mindfulness?
I mean, there's a difference between being mindful and being nice or being respectful. Like, yeah, you want to go in with like clean genitals before you have sex with a new partner.
Oh yeah, that's if you give a fuck. Maybe what about if you don't give a fuck? Then some people just don't give a fuck. They just want to just get their rocks off. And if you get the dirt and a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, certain chicks know that the chick that you getting ready to fuck ain't got clean balls. Fuck it, I might know you.
How many chicks do you fuck that have balls?
I'm just saying. I'm not talking about she's got balls, but I'm saying some chicks will fuck you with dirty balls and don't mind it. You know, 'cause you dirty too. So you got something in
But so why
common.
is that? But that's also that's rule number two, man.
But look, don't ask me. My balls ain't always dirty. Not always. I've had dirty balls before, but I don't should make a big deal out of it. Also, don't lie about being on the pill. Quiet. I haven't gotten. That's kind of younger shit.
Yeah, that's definitely young
That's
shit.
younger shit.
But yeah, I do think that that's like a big rule when you're setting up the sex scene, when you're doing your consent, when you're doing your negotiation. Don't fucking lie about protection. Don't lie about the pill. Don't
Yeah.
lie about vasectomy.
How we don't lie about a vasectomy for? Is that a hot lie? A hot
Oh
information?
man, there are people that definitely say they had vasectomies just so they don't have to wear a condom.
Wow, that's some white shit. That's definitely on your side of the spectrum on that one. I don't hear too many of that one. But yeah, I guess that is true. Another one we got on the list is the difference between fetish and felony is checking beforehand.
That's
Absolutely.
check the ID. That's the only one. That's the
Absolutely.
only fetish you have to like check ID for is age. Every other fetish, don't worry about.
I'm saying, but I'm saying that if you're dealing with someone who just got out of the pen, or had some type of jail term, and I'm sure you don't want them applying a chokehold to you while y'all are having some type of kinky interaction.
Wait, whoa, hold
I
on.
don't
There's
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
if you
people.
do.
Wait. Getting choked out is a huge fetish, man.
I'm saying that
Don't like leave those people deserve respect.
I'm saying as it relates to this particular rule, the difference between fetish and felony is checking beforehand.
Let's check in to make sure they're old enough to have sex.
Shoot, or calm enough to have sex. Shoot, you don't want to have sex with someone that's been a murderer.
Why
And
not?
then you're gonna ask them to choke you. Shit.
Why not? What the
Shit.
fuck?
Shit. We don't need to have sex for that. Come here,
You're
baby.
bringing too much fear into the table today.
I'm
Come on,
just
chill
saying.
out, Will.
I'm just saying. Those like you don't want to fuck with crazy people. I mean, unless you're crazy.
But there are people that love to fuck with crazy people. There's a huge fetish of ex-cons.
We have to get some crazy people in here. Let's ask them. Shit.
And what about if you're using anal beads? Don't pull them out and say, and you're winning the Powerball numbers are.
I'm saying that's true. I never tried anal beads. I well no. One time with my partner, I let her put maybe two in. Like I let her get two in, but that's about it. I said, "Just want to try something different." It's definitely different. you know. But I have a sign on my butt that says "Do not enter," so that sign is there for a reason.
And don't blow into the vagina. That's another fetish, and that's another thing some chicks like.
Well,
Where did
or
you
don't
find?
like or don't like.
Some chicks like it, some chicks don't. And where did you find this list?
Well,
Where did this list come from?
Ask DJ Brian B.
DJ
Well,
Brian B is like MIA in action for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I think he like made a wrong turn.
Right. But don't blow into the vagina. But why are you not supposed to blow into the vagina?
Because then it's gonna fart back at you.
Oh, right, doing that fart noise. Right. That's true.
But like some girls might like that.
I mean, they certainly don't mind you spitting in it. Like, you know.
Some girls do.
You know. But why? We need to find. We're not getting the right answers tonight. You know, but we're gonna get them. If you fart, here's another one. If you fart while receiving a blowjob and they keep going like nothing happened, you're required to buy your partner something shiny and valuable.
No.
Shit, yeah.
You know how many times I farted while getting a blowjob? I'd be broke.
Like, wow. Yeah, that's.
You know how many times I've seen people fart while getting a blowjob?
What? I do. Like, what? I mean, I would just laugh. Like,
that's literally what happens.
That's the only thing I
Sometimes
get.
it's, oh my God. Woo. Get the fan.
I mean, why are you gonna stop? I mean, you. I guess when you, I would tell her as I'm just about to fart, like I'm getting a blowjob, I'm about to fart, and it's I don't even give them a chance to respond. It's just I'm about to fart, huh? Okay, it's too late. It's too late. Too late.
Now the next one could be like real. Take a pee after you have sex.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. Well, that's from what I understand, that's what you're supposed
That's
to
factual.
do. Take a pee after you have sex. It'll help prevent infections.
All that bacteria and shit you just rubbed into each other.
Yeah, but sometimes, but it goes back to the mindfulness of being in groove. And sometimes, if it's you are really in a deep groove, and you don't want to get up, or you don't want them to get up, you tell them, go ahead, just pee. I've done that. I've done that. Well, it's like
It doesn't mean as soon as you come go pee. It means like in the next half hour you go pee.
No, but they get to that point where I guess you've been hitting it long enough, and they're ready to pee right then and right there. You've been hitting my stomach. I don't care. Just go. No, not get up, go right here, go.
But that's a different fetish, and that's not mindfulness. That's like just pure having fun.
I know, but still.
Pure pleasure.
You still can get infection from doing that stuff, and then they want to blame you for giving them something. It's like, no, you peed while we were doing that.
And Will's favorite one, he oopses the back door all the time.
Yep, one does not oops.
Oops in the back door is not good.
No, I don't think I've oopsed.
Warm it up, baby. It's so much better.
I have not oopsed.
Tease it, warm it, play with it,
That's
get it
your
ready.
thing. See, that's your thing.
I'm not into butt.
I'm not. That's not really my thing. I'm trying to explore and learn new things. But no, I can't do it all at once.
And like, if you're gonna get a blowjob from a chick, you should really want to go down on her. You should be willing to go down on her.
I agree with that. Why would one not?
I know guys that think that's disgusting, and they would never do that because it's not the man's job to pleasure the woman.
Well, man, those are macho men. You know, maybe
Macho
you know?
man. I don't think a macho man would do that.
No, well, no. I think that there are cats out there that are definitely think they too man to be going down on a woman or stuff like that. You know, they still got them Arnold Schwarzenegger guys. You know what I mean, Siobhan? Well, I guess here to fuck. You know those.
And those guys really probably should be with men, not women.
You know, we're here to pump you up. Look at your scrawny looking arms. And all that other shit.
They should be pumping up other men, not pumping up women.
I agree. These damn teeth are getting to me. Shit. Anyway, we got something else that we did touch on. What the hell was that? Wait.
All the weird noises that happen when you're fucking playing around, just
Mwah!
all of them.
Mwah! Okay. Damn teeth. Anyway.
If she says don't pull out, absolutely pull out, what the fuck is that?
Well, I don't know. But see, that's the thing in terms of do they mean it or do they not mean it?
Well, if they're saying it, like, don't pull out.
No,
I know a
no.
lot of chicks that hate when you pull all the way out. They want you to pound the shit out of them, but don't pull all the way out.
Yeah, and there's chicks that tell you don't come in me. However, they got their arms right in back of you to pull you back in. They have it like they have you lightly right there, and tell you don't come in me. But you're pulling me, or you're got that little light push thing going on.
Pre-negotiate, man. If it's pre-negotiated for internal cream pie, don't pull out is okay. Don't pull out.
Shit. And then we tell them, I'm coming, don't come, no, no, no. And then you let off. Then it's like, why'd you do that? And then that's a whole different.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yep,
That's
absolutely.
like we should have put the condom on.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, we are going to pretty much call it a night because there's so many more things going on. Next, but there's one last thing that we can definitely touch about a couple of things. There are dating. If you people are into threesomes out there, if you never had a threesome or dying to have a threesome, there are some apps out there that can definitely lead you to your threesome dreams. Um, and
Or get you in the right direction to the threesome.
yeah. So and then there's some that are free. Some cost money. And they're hard. They are hard to come by if you're not in the lifestyle. So definitely, I can give you a couple of quick ones.
And let me tell you, the emotion that goes along with a threesome, you're going to be in for an awesome ride.
Absolutely. One of them is called Friender. I think it's the number three, NDER, Friender. So it's kind of like Cinder, Tinder, and whatnot. And Field is one. That's a well-known one. FEELD. That's another app that you can go to and download if you're looking for potential threesomes. And I know some of them have some type of membership fee, and some don't. Three Summer, that's the number three, SOMER, and you can definitely go in there.
And these are great during COVID times because a lot of those parties are not really happening where you can just go pick up and do the threesomes and do the cockhold scenes.
Yeah, so definitely go on there. You can find some good threesome on there. So we're getting ready to wrap up here, y'all. Hardy Brooklyn, tell them where they can find you at.
They can find me at hardybrooklyn.com, and I do another podcast called The Free and Open Mind at freeandopenmind.com and at hardybrooklyn.nyc on the Instagram.
Okay. Your boy Will B. K. You can find me, William Kirksey, KIRKSEY, on Facebook. And you can also find me on Instagram, TRIPOVERADIO, Trip Over Radio Show on Instagram, and WILLBEEKAY. And you can find me on there as well. I'll tell you about all my butt itch. So we will be back here next week. S.STREET Media. Definitely tune in to the station and catch all these different shows and flavors and things that you can experience here. This has been the Trip Over Radio Show. Right, Hardy Brooklyn?
Right on. Another great show. See you guys next week.
Yes, yeah.